And welcome back to the IWAR Network Tubecast. I'm your host, NWL and IWL Commissioner Alex G. And with me, as always, BRL and IWAR Commissioner Matt Riley. How you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm excited.
It sounds like someone took a shit in your cereal.
No.
Imagine? That's gross.
That's horrible.
Right in the Lucky Charms.
Oh.
So tonight's episode will be the April Cycle in Review. And we're going to start off with the BRL League Champion, Sinister Steve Stryker, TV Champion, Felix 9 Lives Benaventura, Atlantic Eric Endgame, Central El Dragon de Oro, Dixie Sharpshooter Jake Scarlett, Eastern the Russian Rocket Alexei Smirnov, Mountain Liam Larkin, Northern Bart Whiskey, Pacific Commander Hack Vanderslide, Prairie Lord of Illusion, Southern Nightmare Sam Hell, Western Grand Sabrosa, Tag Team Jake Scarlett, Alexei Smirnov, TV Tag Team Lord of Illusions and Nightmare Sam Hell, Six-Man Champions Sharpshooter Jake Scarlett, El Dragon de Oro, and the Russian Rocket Alexei Smirnov. TV Six-Man Job the Bottom Feeder, Odin, and the Middle Knight. So, Matt, what's going down in the BRL?
No, there's a lot going on. Well, I mean, besides the tag and six-man champs are training, it's nice to see. We will unfortunately have our streak of IWA champions broken, unless 499 is going to win it out of BRL, which is not going to happen. But there's a lot going on. Money-driven Mike Sebastian struck back against 5% Spanish Matt Rodriguez with a violent alleyway attack because Mike's just like that.
How can someone with the last name Rodriguez being only 5% Spanish?
Hey, you know what? I don't know. DODs, Disciples of Doom. Now we have this whole thing now where the Moonshiners, Elijah and Willie, have kind of split up, I guess, or they're pulling double duty, because we also have Los Rudos, which is El Barbero and Willie. So I think we're getting more Eli as a singles competitor, yes? That's how it's going to come across. So I'll have to have Mark Hayfabe take a look at that and break this down. We have a congratulatory picture of Shocker Jimmy Electric with the IC title. We get a Los Rudos promo. We get they're coming out talking about taking down teams. Yeah, we have the Canadian Nation also shaking the tree. It's just down to Jimmy Molson and North, so they're looking to expand.
Not much of a nation.
No. Coach Dillon, which is actually the image he uses, John Turturro, the coach of the Rangers, or I think he was the coach of the Rangers. I don't know if he's still the coach there anymore or not.
Who the fuck watches hockey anyway?
Top-level a-hole, that guy. So
is he?
Oh, he's one of those coaches you love to see lose.
Okay.
Because he loses his shit and takes out the players. It's like, there you go. Ghostly Shadows came out and talked some smack about Middle Knight and Odin. Is that supernatural feud starting to get off the ground? Good to see that. Leather Brigade came out and cut some promos on El Barbero, Willie, Dark Phoenix, and Snow are currently challenging the tag champs, global tag champs. So they're pretty happy about that. The LB Wrecking Crew, as they're calling themselves. The End Games came out with a sneak attack on Luther, which is kind of puzzling because they spent a couple months telling us how they were going to ignore Luther and screw that guy, and now they're all attacking him all the time. We got Chief Bullgray Fox, very happy about his Canadian championship. That was a good little feud there. Big Bad Red Fox going after Odin. Jane Red talking smack about Steve Stryker, which after beating him at WrestleMania 5, she's entitled to. The Saskatchewan Sasquatch is calling out Dick Jackson again, even though Jackson's been unofficially
retired.
Isn't he dead? He's. Last I heard, Dick Jackson was in the.
Spoiler alert! Jesus Christ.
Well, you can edit that out. you can edit out and put in things.
I'm going to put a big beep.
Yeah, last I heard Dick Jackson was working the rest stops. Dick Jackson hid that body. So yeah, Sasquatch is still calling stuff out. Goes after Leather Fox because that's a feud building up there. El Barbero came back with another funny picture. Talks about Los Rudos. We get a promo from Catfish Rob. Bullgray Fox cuts another promo on Rick Riley. It's almost like he didn't remember he wrote the promo and did it twice, but a little bit different. We have a parade of victory for the Suburban Hell Savages showing duck boats. Yeah, they're all over it, so
Unbelievable.
they are on top of things. Then Jimmy North talking about Fatty the Butcher, his match against him at WrestleRama. We got they don't have a team name yet. We got to figure a team name for these guys. But Smirnoff, Scarlett, and De Oro. Luther Alexander talks about resetting his goals. And see here, get another attack by Matt Rodriguez on Mike Sebastian. So they're going back and forth. We get a promo from the recent IWA champion, Misfit Messiah. We get Sir Gunter talking about getting a shot at the IC title held by Jimmy Electric. Striker talking about Felix Benaventura. And back page, we have the Army guys talking about their global tag title run, which just came to an abrupt end. So, even though that ended, they went to the IWAR Tag Championship. And spoiler alert, the Von Schnapps beat them, but not by enough. So now the Von Schnapps get a rematch without the clause. Anybody's game. Striker comes back, Phantom Striker's returned, and he's taking names and calling shots. Noble House promo in here, which they cut like 4 promos on the network page. So you got to make sure you check out the Facebook page for the IWAR network. And that's kind of BRL-wise. I mean, there's more going on here and there, but that's kind of the big stuff. Cash and Fatty are going after Leatherman, so that's all in the works.
I do love the pictures of the amateur wrestlers that they've probably been using in the IWA for about 30 years.
Yes, that's the old. I've always thought about making a wrestler and having that be the gimmick.
I'm pretty sure I will put that on the cover of Post to Post one day.
You all know me. So there it is. That's a BRL for you.
Only one Catfish Rob picture this time?
Yes, of Chief Bull Gray Fox. Oh, and a Leatherman Snow promo too.
Oh, okay.
So he's interesting line about that. So many individuals trying to make him, take him out, retire him, or end his career, but he's still around. And talks about the ASL's 500th celebration, which is about to go down. So lots going on. I did notice that Pete Bartlett, who was for months talking smack about Sir Gunter, got obliterated at WrestleRama, went inactive. So oopsie.
Next up is the CWL Unified Solace. Streaming Media, Rowdy Resigini. United States, Big Joe. Yukon, El Pluma Plata. Caribbean, The Untamed Iron Bull. Amazon Basin, Power Jack. British Isles, The Wild Card, Garrett Shadowstar. Arabian, Big Blank Number 2. South African, Milton Snodgebuster. Siberian, Railroad Warrior Ty. East Asian, Joe Ice. Oceanic, Axel Von Schnapp. Unified Tag Team, Joe Ice and Fat Williams. Streaming Media Tag Team, Big Blank Number 1 and 2. Unified 6-Man, the Von Schnapps. Streaming Media 6-Man, Forgotten Vagrants, Wildcard Garrett Shadowstar, and the Tyrant himself, David Hammerhead. So Matt, what's going down in the CWL? And how many 6-mans are this for the Von Schnapps?
I think that's the 19th overall.
Jesus.
In 3 years, not even 3 years yet. Well, a little 3 years, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, they're a dandy team. They're one of those teams like I always hit like 521s, but they're never perfect. Or I hit 520s, but whatever, it's fine. They have 5 tag titles between the brothers, so it's fine. So what's going on? Well, the Railroad Warriors are calling out teams. They're looking for some big title shots. They're chugging along. The Forgotten Vagrant is talking smack towards Killer Clown. It looks like that's going to be boiling up soon. Agents of Chaos, which are David Harmonhead and Garrett Shadowstar, have been kind of going back and forth with the Von Schnapps, although they just recently lost the tandem belts back to the Von Schnapps. Let's see here. We have Fingers Fairlane. He's looking for a $100,000 challenge, or $1 million challenge, so that's coming up.
What do you think Fingers Fairlane's fingers smell like?
I try not to. Killer Clown is cutting promos, and of course, setting things up with Norman Spivey. Interesting feud between Rude Duty and Rowdy Resigini against, the Showstopper Papas, goes against the People's Champs, Big Jack, Power Jack, and Big Joe. I just think of Power Jack or something else, but that's another story.
Oh, yeah.
Harry Hoodstar calling out the Dragon Master. He's not afraid of those guys. He ain't afraid of no ghosts. Barry Stevens kind of treading water. good guy looking for something to do. Steve Chambers took out Cool One, so he's been attacking people. Not nice. Norman Spivey talking smack about Killer Clown, putting money on the line, so they might have a challenge between them, which is kind of cool. The Von Schnapps talk about their success and putting family first as they talk about their brother Alec, who used to compete with them in the CWL, went on his own in the IWL, and has been kind of outnumbered over there, so they talk about family.
He gets
We
beat up
have
all the time.
he does. I'll get to that next. El Puma Plata and his lucha pals, Le Jabal Dior and El Lince Hagar, or Negro. That's fine. They beat up Victor Von Schnapp and the Von Schnapp boys, so they're trying to start business there. And that's otherwise it. Title shots for the commissioner's titles was put on temporary hold as they're having the match. I think they're going to be this cycle for the 200th cycle of the CWL. So you have like the BRL turning 500, CWL turning 200, and NWL closing up on 100. IWL, I think, is like 68. So there's a little ways to go, but they're getting there.
Next up is the IWL. League, Graham Underwood. Television, J.J. Dallas. New York City, T.J. Relic. Los Angeles, Andrew Jefferson Kaufman. Boston, Mike Mason. Detroit, the main event, Dylan Matthews. Cleveland, Nasty, Norman Krasner. Dallas, Craven Cross. Memphis, Blackjack Robertson. Miami, Shotgun, James Carnage. San Francisco, Texas, Jesse Tombstone. Chicago, Neo Dragon. Tag team, Grand Underwood, Kennedy Cage. TV tag team, Marcus, the Monster Monroe, and Frederick Xavier. Six-man, Primetime Alex Styles. Triple X, Extreme Xavier Jimenez. The main event, Dylan Matthews. And the TV six-man, the trio of Marcus, Piper, and Ulysses Monroe. Matt, what's going down?
Well, you probably be able to say them better than I could. I will add this one little caveat. I will say that due to a clerical error and computer glitch, two strategies were kerpunked, but didn't affect the title page really, so no big whoop. But it's good to know that those things get fixed pretty fast. So hooray!
I recommend for everyone, if you end up with a obnoxiously low score, just make sure you redo your math on it and make sure that it's correct. And if they're not correct, immediately send that information over to Kim so she can fix it as soon as possible. Don't wait on it.
Yeah. The one thing I would say is that even if your strategy's high, for example, like Tari should have had a 497, but the fact was only challenged so many wrestlers. So if you don't challenge every single title holder you can, and you miss out because the other titles are held by guys with equal strategies or better, you're hurting yourself in the long run. So it's always good to be, cover the bases, so to speak.
Yes.
So Alex, what's going down in the IWL?
Oh, first up we had the kinship burying everyone, so that's always nice to see. Craven Cross, who beat down Andrew Jefferson Kaufman and stole Samantha Soley, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We have an attack. We have an attack on the Cena Lucha by a mysterious masked man.
Oh boy.
With a barbed wire baseball bat. It looks like from the looks of it that there was a trade, I guess. We had the Phantom Striker is no longer in the IWL, but he's now replaced with the Renegade Slade Stevens.
Okay.
We have a promo by Black Demon Jr., half in Spanish, half in English. He wants Senior Lucha to tell the world what he did.
Yeah, I will say
why he has come to destroy him.
I've noticed Lucha's kind of not really done a lot to back, but I think it's going to change soon. So, Dun, dun, dun.
We have Luther Alexander cutting a money promo on the Great David for Wrestle Riot, and he claims that leaked photo of him and Samantha Soley was doctored. So, look for that. We have a promo here by J.J. Dallas and T.J. Relic, who I feel need a name. Their duo needs a name.
Let's call them
really strong TT by them.
The Ding Dongs.
Not the Ding Dongs.
No?
No, not at all. We have a segment with Mike Mason and the Equalizer, Marlon Briggs. It seems to be real interesting what's going on there in that little group. So, Kind of curious to see how that's going to play out for the future. We have Ali Atari doing Atari stuff. He claims that he knows that Luther Alexander will defeat the Great David and become the new champion because Ali Atari is always correct.
Yes.
Yeah, what's the deal with Atari? He seems to be being very Randy Savage-like with Lady Xanadu as of late.
Well, she deserves it.
She does. What is he, triple Fs? God bless her.
Yes.
We have Alec von Schnapp with a good little promo against the Regulators, who had recently left him laying.
Damn it.
We have Senior Lucha. Again, he's upset with the Regulators and the Empire of Chaos because, they were supposed to be on the straight and narrow, and they seem to be falling off the cliff, so to speak.
Yeah.
Marcus the Monster Monroe was walking back towards his locker room after a match. He gets to his locker, and there's an envelope. He grabs the envelope and looks around. He slowly opens it. And there's a note card inside that says, "What do you think you are doing?" written on it.
Dun, dun, dun. It had an AT&T card in there. Get better service now. Oh, man.
We had the damage of Marcus Fury, who entered Crazy Carl's dressing room, looking to deliver pain and hurts. But all we hear are loud noises and brawling as we see a Fury exiting the room as the door swings.
Oh, boy.
They open up the door, and Crazy Carl is laying in a pool of his own blood. There we go. Noble House takes out Crazy Carl, which is nice. We have a promo here by the Equalizer Marlon Briggs and Crazy Carl, which is good. Glad to see he's motivated.
Yes.
Crazy Carl beat the hell out of Craven Cross, and he claims that his blood is on Mike Mason's hands. We have a great promo by the Chaotix doing big stuff. And the question out there is, will the Monroes reconcile at Wrestle Riot, or will they be ripped apart? We have a promo by Marcus Monroe. We have a good little picture of the Chaotix standing behind the poster for Wrestle Riot. We have another video from Neo Dragon's YouTube channel. We have Luther Alexander. Looks like he is taking part of the dating game, which is nice. Tidbit about Luther Alexander: he only likes women who are 45 and over.
Nice. There you go.
There it is. And then to finish it off, we have 568. Is how long the Regulators has reigned as IWL Heavyweight Tag Team Champion. So there you go. Should I give them Wrestle Riot results? Everyone knows them already. Might as well.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is your official Wrestle Riot 2017 results. And the 20-man Wrestle Riot Rumble, Craven Cross took it all and won 5 free matches.
Yay.
Yeah. We had Black Demon Jr. and John and Isaac Slaughter defeat the Rough Boys and Senior Lucha in the 6-man cage match.
Ooh.
Ooh. In the Elite 8 finals, Senior Lucha defeated Crimson Grim by the Willowwick Reversal.
Yes. The old Willowwick Reversal. Who doesn't laugh at that one?
Yes. Scotty Flash defeated Jim Spur in the Inferno match.
Ugh.
He set Jim Spur on fire. It's really gross.
Terrible.
Yeah. The Regulators defeated Lowen and Valens to retain the IWL Tag Team Championship. The Empire of Chaos and the Chaotix had a draw that went to a no contest. Shotgun James Carnage defeated Crazy Carl, Koenig, Alec Von Schnapp, and Magnum TL to win the American Territories Championship and the Elimination Chamber.
Who did?
Shotgun James Carnage.
That bastard.
I know, he's a bastard. JJ Dallas defeated Kennedy Cage, and John Body defeated Rogue Warrior Falcon in the semifinals of the Young Lions Cup, and they will meet in the finals later on this evening, or that evening, later on that evening. JJ Dallas defeated John Body to win the Young Lions Cup.
That too.
And a shot at the American Territories Championship and $5 IWA credits. And in the main event, the Great David dominated Luther Alexander to retain the IWL Heavyweight Championship.
Oh.
Yeah,
But there's a big controversial event coming out of that, so we will talk about that in the next
There's
episode.
actually 6 controversial things coming out of that.
That's right. It's
That's
strewn
probably
with
the most overlooked thing we're ever going to do ever, but that's a whole other scenario for a different time. Shit like that always puts a smile to my face.
Good.
Guys, don't forget to get your Wrestle Riot match write-ups to me sooner rather than later.
Yes.
So I can get those all correlated and edited and all that kind of good stuff. So don't forget about that. Anything else we want to talk about in terms of the IWL?
I would just say Alec Von Schnapp, rumor is he has something special in store for the regulators.
Is it a thumb to the bum?
He's not Justin Liger.
Justin Liger?
Him too. Hey, you don't listen to this podcast for quality, okay?
No, you absolutely don't.
If you're listening, and by the way, just to let you know, hello to the listeners out there, we appreciate your comments in the comment section. So feel free to make them positive, negative. Let us know how we're doing. And yeah, if you don't like us, screw you. Fuck those guys.
So next up, we have the NWL League Champion Aaron McFleece, TV Champion, the Icon, and the soonly departing Hulk Hollywood, Atlantic Drunken Fisherman, Central Alpha Male XD, Dixie RJ Rage, Eastern Hard Red Run Vendetta, Mountain The Patriot, Northern Chan Sang, Pacific Reaper Prairie Joe Boring, Southern Terminator Ray Featherfield, Western Squash, Tag Team Alpha Male XD and The Patriot, TV Tag Team Aaron McFleece and Hostile Takeover, 6-Man Aaron McFleece Lockdown and Joe Boring, and TV 6-Man Texas Edge Winston Smith Jr. and Ricky Kyle. So Matt, what are your thoughts on the NWL?
Oh, it's anarchy. It's what I would call the bounce back cycle. This was when we lost a lot of the talent back in January to graduation. People were like, I don't know, man. And all of a sudden now it's starting to come together. I mean, the loss of Billy Jack Novak was a huge one.
Yeah. Now we have Chan Sang.
That's right. So we went from a rapping wrestler to a haiku wrestler. So, it's all fun. And I like the artwork. The feuds are coming together, little angles and twists. So, yeah, give it some time. And I think there's some fun really around the corner. So I'm looking forward to it. Joe Boring, still one of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah, I agree.
He's just... he reminds me of Hank Hill was a wrestler. It's probably not the image he wants, but...
it gives me a hell of an idea, though.
But I will say, though, to throw back a few weeks ago when on Monday Night Raw, what's his name there? Gestapo Bob. The hulking... No, I can't think of his name now. Jeep Swenson.
Jeep Swanson?
What the hell is his name?
Jeep Swanson from Batman Forever? He's a real wrestler.
What's his face?
Wasn't he like the ultimate solution in WCW?
I think he was. No, the big guy with the mohawk and the beard.
Braun Strowman, the Sausage King of Chicago.
That's he is the Sausage King of Chicago. He destroyed Roman Reigns and tipped over the ambulance, and we made remarks that I think they're stealing from our IWAR pages. Those remember Sina Lucha lost to she beat the Empire Chaos. And as revenge, they demolished him, and when he was taken away in the ambulance, they drove a dump truck into it. In this past Monday night, Braun Strowman destroyed Kalisto and threw him in a dumpster and then threw the dumpster off the ramp. Although it was really not that big a drop. It was like 4 feet. Like, really? Man, come on.
There's lots of foam in there, too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I felt like the Foley Funk one was farther.
Yeah.
Like, I always get the feeling they dropped them from the top of the building, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. So anyways, just I enjoy watching the madness unfold in the IWAR. So thank you for all the people who contribute.
Yeah.
And I have a special message from Ida Way when we're ready.
Oh. So in terms of the NWO, we start off with a picture of Chris Hero, the newest member of Revolution Extreme. I'm really excited to have this young man a part of our league and look forward for big things. Next up, we have an introductory haiku by Chan Sang, which is awesome. Fight me, big bozo. See my skills I learned in the dojo. There you go. I wonder if he hangs out with Black Belt Jones.
And once was a man from Nantucket.
Yeah, that's close. I've never heard the entire thing of that, so I YouTubed the video of it.
No. That's unfortunate.
We have a promo here by Winston Smith Jr., who is the longest reigning nonconformist champion. So there you go.
Yes.
We have another promo here with the drunken camper and his buddies, drunken fisherman Theodore Holmes, Javi Angeles, and Chief Booga Wooga. They're having a little party. They're partying it up. I want to party with Chief Booga Wooga.
Who doesn't?
That's a good time. You named him, right? I
No,
that's something you would name.
Before me.
Really?
I made up Chief Wahoo McStereotype and Chief Casino Firewater in the BRL, but I didn't.
You made Zaccaroni, right?
Oh, I think Scott made him up. I think that was a Scott name.
I love it.
Some of the names here are I had to look through. Chase Victory, really? Every so often, by the way, you'll notice certain wrestlers fall inactive and they suddenly get trampled. And I don't know it for sure, but I always wonder, how come certain wrestlers, in the SWL, I had the Arabian Dream Atari, and all of a sudden he came back as a scrub. I was like, no, take him out of there. It took 6 months for me to get him out of there. Dude, just stop beating up Atari. Come on now.
Like the auto generator or something from someone who...
Right, they were good enough. Fuck that guy.
No. We're not even going to change the name.
That's right. Oh, it's an Atari with a Y. No, it wasn't even that.
So if you guys noticed, last cycle, Ricky Kyle and Winston Smith Jr. won the tag team championship. And now this cycle, Ricky Kyle, Texas Edge, and Winston Smith Jr. won the six-man championship. They don't get along, folks, so I'm waiting for stuff to explode there.
Going back the old root of the Rock and Sock connection.
Yeah, Rock and Cox connection.
No. Oh, boy.
I saw a movie with that title. Another outstanding TT by Joe Boring. Another outstanding TT by Ricky Kyle. A subpar TT by Black Belt Jones. He's basic, folks. It's okay. Yeah. It's all good. He wins. We have a competition between Aaron McFleece and Winston Smith Jr. We have a promo by my new favorite wrestler, Daniel Tran. He should tag team with Black Belt Jones and Chang Sang. I think that'd be an awesome team. We have a logo by RJ Rage. And he's the most lethal war machine in the business. He loves to fight. He loves violence. He loves to create chaos. And he will accept all challenges in this league. We have another picture of Chris Hero, also with his new official T-shirt that you can buy now in NWO Shop Zone for $99.99. Death by Elbow. There's a good little promo here. Still calling out the Teamster, who I'm pretty sure is dead, unless he's seeing ghosts. We have a TT from Tommy Chronic.
I like that name.
Yeah, it's a good little name. So he's
Tommy
debuting here. He's the man with the PhD in OMFG.
Oh, boy.
So there you go. Well, I'm upset by that. It's missing a interview with gentleman William Worthy. Apparently he's English.
No.
He wants you to sign up for the Worthy Classic.
What is the Worthy Classic?
I don't know.
Oh.
We're looking at Ricky King and Chris and Drama Lord and Lockdown and the Drunken Fellows and Eli Drakes and Phil Thrill. Bless his heart. Moving on. Moving on again. We have the debut of the Hard Foundation. Do you want to give us some background on this?
The Hard Foundation?
Sure. The manager of the Hard Foundation?
Yeah, they were in the BRL. The Hard Foundation as a stable was around for a while, years ago. And Meatball and Squash were two of his best wrestlers and tag teams, but they fell by the wayside. And they, were basically given a chance to get back in the IWA, but they'd have to, reboot, essentially. Yeah. So they had to go back to the depths and climb out and prove themselves. So that's where that's where we're at.
And they've been gone for quite a while too. There's someone who left like last year and came back now. Much like half of the NWL, they are returning players who came back from a long ways away, a long ways ago, long ago. But really awesome stuff here. Although it does claim that there's a "We Want Luther" chant, which I don't think ever happened ever, but he's a heel. We also have the who's hot and who's not section. You have King Philip, who is hot apparently. You have the Willowwick Nightmare, and we had Redburn Vendetta, all hot. Not, we have the Drunken Camper, Alpha Male XD, and Meatball. Now, guys, I want you guys to look at this because this is a great way to get guys to react to your trash talk. By claiming that someone is no longer hot, could get a reaction that you're looking for. So
yes.
So I want you to really, guys, go through the Hart Foundation's TT and take a look at it because I think that's going to be the pathway for success for some of our newer players.
Yeah, I will also mention, of course, their Thursday night. What would you call it? Thursday night spotlight type thing? He's just, Thursday nights he's been posting a meme or a picture with some of the wrestlers from the NWL in it. And Flip is a phenomenal artist, graphic artist. So he does really good work as far as photoshopping and putting stuff together. It looks really good, and also pertains to the league. So Alex and I talked about it. We're really excited about Flip coming back because it's going to be really good for the league, really good for the players, and we think you'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah. Don't forget that we have Rumble in the Bronx. This will be Cycle 98. $1 entry, $50 IWA credit prize to the winner. I get all the cool prizes. It's true.
That's right. Jerk.
So I know I promised everyone to reveal the prize of the IWL King of the Ring, and it will be a 10-speed bicycle by Huffy that you have to come to my house and come get this motherfucker out of my garage.
That's right. Oh.
For real though, the prize for the King of the Ring, and I'll explain what the King of the Ring is in a second, will be a 3-month subscription to the WWE Network. Now, for some reason, you don't want the 3-month subscription to the WWE Network, we will give you the equivalent of that in IWA credit.
There you go.
So, but you guys should really get the WWE Network. Come on. So the King of the Ring, what we're doing here, now it's a 32-man tournament. So we're going to have a qualifying round. So we have the 32 of the very best from the IWL. They will have 4 matches every cycle to determine a qualifier. That qualifier gets put into the final 16. Those will happen cycle after cycle. So you have your first group, the first cycle, second group, the second cycle, third group, the third cycle, fourth group, the fourth cycle. And then at the pay-per-view King of the Ring, it will be a one-night only tournament. And I'll be using total strategy values to determine winners for all these tournament matches, leading to a winner overall. The winner also gets the shot at the IWL Heavyweight Championship and the right to call themselves the King of the Ring. So if you feel the need to put King in front of your name, you're more than welcome to do so. I actually really, really want you guys to do that. So just keep that in mind.
There you go.
So, Matt, what's going down IWAR wide?
IWAR wide, the Morano and Johnny B. Cups both had the first round. A number of upsets. The results are posted on the Facebook page. I won't go through all of them here, but some big upsets, and those are underway. So that's one part A and B. We'll be rolling out the 6-man Triple D Cup 6-man tournament information in the next couple of cycles. And a reminder, the Bound for Glory 5 series will be a free of charge event run like we are with the JBC, which is using the Total Wrestler strategy. So that allows us to have, crazy matchups. So
yeah,
it'll be fun. And it'll be the top we're still debating on back and forth, we'll hammer out the detail, but it's either top 8 or top 4 wrestlers in each of the leagues to kind of make it a more elite group. So it's not about just anybody entering it, so you got to earn your way into it.
I love that.
So yeah. There you go. Well, this BRL success really nailed that out. Now, these podcasts, or Tubecasts as we call them, we've been doing for a while. And how many are you up to now? Do we know? I'll say 30.
34.
Wow. All right. That was a shot in the dark. Well, I contacted IWA about a couple of things, and we were going back and forth. And so I asked them if they've been listening. So, yes, they listened to a couple of the shows. And great timing on your upcoming topic. We had this added feature. So here's what's going on. The IWA's big copy machine died recently. They had to get a new one. Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
I don't mean to laugh.
No, it's all right. Well, you figured, corporate espionage. So they got a new one. It has a scan-to-computer option, which means they can scan the bulletins much faster than the past, so they can create a PDF of the league bulletin. What does that mean for you? Well, that means if you prefer, you could go from paper to electronic, which means instead of waiting a few days to get your bulletin in the mail, you would get it within hours the same day it posts a result.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so you can get those results lickety-split. Now, myself, I'm a collector, so I have boxes and boxes of bulletins because I'm sad. But it's also why the BRL's 500th bulletin is going to be friggin' phenomenal. So if you'd prefer to do the electronic green way, if you will, you can contact the other way and let them know, hey, I'd prefer to have an electronic copy of the bulletins, which, are fine unless you lose power. So anyway.
You can always pull it up on your phone.
Yes, you could.
Yes.
As long as your phone has power.
Yes.
And that's, of course, a great way to save some paper and get the results a lot faster, including the trash talk. Now, we've had the chance to get the results via a couple of different ways, and we'd post them and all that. But this is a great way to get in on the latest without missing a beat. So if you're...
and they're in full color.
Yes. So you want to show that really bloody picture? Now you can.
There you go.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
Just so you know as well, we just had this, I didn't talk about it during the BRL, but two things to consider I should probably include. One is that the BRL is turning 500 in around July, and we have a couple of deals in place. So the first deal is on episode 498. So when you go to send your matches for $4.99, you get a 3-for-1 match deal. On episode 499, you get a 4-for-$1 match deal when you spend $10 or more. So spend $10 or more, and you get to take either of those two deals at different times, the 398 and 499. But at the 500th, we have some bonuses. So in the 500th bulletin, the winners of the TV Regionals Tag Team TV6, 6-man and TV 6-man titles will all receive a $100,000 bonus. The winner of the BRL Championship will be $500,000 richer. And we made the Battle Royal the centerpiece of this event, so the winner of the Battle Royal gets a sweet $1 million prize. But wait, there's more. We've incorporated a feature where every 10th wrestler eliminated will earn that many losses off their record. Whoa. So if your wrestler is dumped out 10th, you get to lose 10 losses. If you're 20th, 20 losses. 30th, 30 losses. So the bigger the Battle Royal, the more drops are going to happen for every 10 wrestlers eliminated. And the overall winner will have as many losses as wrestlers in the Battle Royal dropped off their record. So if there's 20 wrestlers, that's 20 losses. If there's 200 wrestlers, that's 200 losses. That's pretty cool.
That's phenomenal.
And that's, again, it's a one-time BRL celebration. And another way the Battle Royal League is celebrating is the highest strategy that cycle belonging to a wrestler who submitted trash talk in the 500th edition will earn a wrestler with a record of 500-0 in the BRL. So you got a nice little rookies out of the gate there. The highest scoring win belonging to a wrestler who submitted trash talk will be awarded a special edition of the WWE trivia game. So all that kind of fun stuff going on in the BRL.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah. And I should talk before I forget. We did have a pay-per-view in the BRL, WrestleRama 5. We can talk about the results now. So just to quickly recap, Money-Driven Mike Sebastian lost a close one to 5% Spanish Matt Rodriguez. Jane the Vixen Red upset Sinister Steve Stryker in a battle with old UWL grudge match. Chief Bull Gray Fox defeated Rick Riley for the Canadian Championship. Sir Gunter stomped the hell out of Pete Bartlett. Fatty the Butcher defeated Jimmy North in a first blood match. Let's see here. Liam Larrikin, Odin, and the Middle Knight defeated Vicious Vincent Payne, Ghostly Shadows, and the Saskatchewan Sasquatch. In a Kentucky Hog Pen match, the Moonshiners, Willie and Elijah, defeated Patrick O'Malley and Punk Rock Mike. Oh, I'm sorry. They were upset by those guys. I can read. In an Iron Man match, exceptionally close win by Gunnar Molson over Luther Alexander. In a Lumberjack match that was supposed to feature special hand-picked Lumberjacks by Hot Stuff Adam Cash, Frank Snow pulled a loophole and loaded the Lumberjacks with his friends and Leather Brigade members, and he took the win easily. The IWAR World Tag Championship match, Private Slate McRock and Commander Hack Vanderside upset the long-reigning, wink wink, James Carnage and Jesse Tombstone to win the titles. And in a fatal four-way match, the Great Davey, the champion, went into the match against Sir Gunter, Punk Rock Mike, and Agent 26. And in the end, it was Agent 26 pulling out the win to become the champion. So he went from a guy who was very popular, climbing the ladder. He won the Bound for Glory 4 tournament, earned the shot, and cashed in to win. So good for him, and good to see a popular fan favorite with the title. So congrats, the Great David. Better luck next time. He still has the IWL Championship, so IWL Heavyweight Championship. So he will earn a shot in a few cycles. So unless, of course, he loses the belt between now and then, but he won't. Unless it's some kind of surprise title match I don't know about.
All right, guys. So we are officially out of time.
Nice.
So for Matt Riley, I'm Alex G. Have a good night.